Hello guys, welcome to this video. I'll be looking at the Information and Communication Technology paper 2-1 aspect, and it is May-June 2023. So for this video, I'm going to focus on the database. I'd already done the document production. I will leave a comment to it below in the description. Okay, so let's begin. You are now going to prepare some reports. So number 15, examine the file J2321 result.csv and identify the most appropriate field to set as primary key. Close this file, okay? So using database software, import the file J2321 result.csv. Use these field names and data types, that's this one on the table, and then set the identified field as a primary key. Okay, so let's go ahead to examine the file. Okay, so let me open my source file. I want to open the J2321 result. Okay, so let's see which field we can use as a primary key. So let me just make sure that all my data is showing. Now, if you look at the start code may not be, cannot be, in fact, the primary key because there's already a repetition of records. Okay, so if you look at this now, repetition of the start code is repeated. So of course that's already a redundancy. So you have HC00 here, and you have HC00 here. So there's a repetition here already. So data redundancy has already occurred. So it cannot be the primary key. And even if you look at here, you have HC02, and then down here you have HC02. So there's much redundancy. This may not qualify to be a primary key. So, but if you look at race number here, you find out that every number here is distinct. So every number here represents a row distinctively. Okay, so we can say that race number is the perfect column to be the primary key. Okay, so let's bear that in mind. Okay, so let's close the file. I will not save. So let's go back to the question. So we've been able to examine and then identify our own primary key, which is fine. All right. So using database software, import the file J2321. Remember that we are supposed to set the field that we've chosen as the primary key, which is the race number, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's go and import the file. So I want to go to my work area here. I want to right click. Let me create my own database. I want to go to access here. I want to call this database database paper 2 1. Okay, so let me just open the database, enable content. So I want to go to external file and then new data source from file here, text file. So we're interested in June paper 2-1. So you want to open your file. We're interested in a result table. We open that. Okay, that. So you want to make sure that you check the delimited radio button here, since the data, they are all comma separated. So we want to go next. You want to make sure that first row contains field list is checked here. Okay, and then next. We don't need to do anything here. Next. So remember, we need to choose our own primary key. Of course, we should be the race number, okay, as we have chosen before. So let's go next and then finish up, close this, and then we'll have our file here. Now the next thing is to set the let's open it and then go to home tab and then design view. We want to make sure that the data types are correct from what is shown on the table here. So we've been able to import the file. So let me just select that, highlight that. Okay, so let's set the field names, data types, and display formats. Okay, so you find out that state code and last name and first name, they are all in text, and then want to be sure that they are all in text here. Yes. So race number. So let's see race number. Race number here is numeric. Yes, of course, number. And then we have zero decimal places. So the display format has to be in zero decimal places, right? So you want to click on it, make sure you click on that data type or maybe the field name. You want to go down to decimal places down here from the general tab, and then choose 0 decimal places. Okay, so we have also the club name and cat code. They are all in text, yes. And then YOB is number. YOB here is number. So of course it has to be in 0 decimal places. So we do the same thing as we did in the race number. So YOB, I want to be sure that I click on it and then go down to general. So this decimal places, I want to take it to 0. Okay. So the next one is the race time. The race time is in date and time, which is correct from the question here. Okay. So, but the thing is, we need to set it to display minute and seconds, just like this format that we have here. So what I'm going to do is to copy this. Now, of course, during your examination, you're meant to type this in. So type is exactly the way it is. So let's go down to race time. Now, one thing I want to show you is, let me show you how the race time field will display on the table. Okay, first of all, so that you can see why you need to make sure it displays appropriately as described in the question. So let me go to data sheet view and I'll save my changes. So if you go to race time here, you see that it ends with AM. And I guess that's what the examiner wants you to remove by using the HH and the MM and SS format. Okay, so it's in AM. So we want to go back and then you want to just make sure you click on the data type here or maybe the field name here. So you want to go to format down here. So if you go to format, you're going to see different formats, long, medium, date, and all that. We don't really need all this. What we need is the format that is described, the display. We want to display how the examiner wants it. So you want to paste this here. Of course, in your own case, you want to type it in here. The HH colon MM colon SS. Okay, you want to type it in the format section in the general tab down here. Okay, so when you make these changes, you want to save it. You want to save first of all. Okay, so when you save, you see that MM has changed to NN. That's very, very okay. So they are the same thing. Okay, so you want to run it again and then see that the race time, the AM at the back of it has gone. Okay, and that's the format you want it to be. Now the next one is the status. The status is in short text here. Of course, the same as text, okay. And then event rank and cat rank, they are all in numeric and all 0 decimal places, okay. So you want to click on event rank data type here. You want to go down to generals and then decimal places. You want to actually make it 0. And then the same thing with cat rank here. So let me go down here, decimal places, and then make it 0. Okay, and then I want to save my changes and then go back and see that everything is okay, nothing was altered, all my display is good. All right, so let me see if there's another thing here. So everything here, we've been able to examine everything and then set the data types and display formats. Okay, so I think all this we've been able to set the primary key. So save the data, place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and the primary key used in the table. Okay, so what you want to do is go back to design view here. We want to use our snapping tool. We are interested in this place, the data type, and then of course the primary key is the race number, which you can see by the side. There's a key by the side of it, so everything is showing pretty well. So we can copy that and then go to our evidence step 7, evidence 15. Okay, so we select that, we paste it right there. Okay, so that's it for that. So want to go to the next one, so let me select that also. Okay, so number 16, import the file j2321 start_time.csv as a new table in your database. Use these field names and data types, which are these ones, and then set group code as a primary key. Okay, so let's go and import a start times table. Okay, so I want to go here. Let me just close my table here. I want to go to external again, and then new data source, and then from file, text file here. We want to browse. So start times here, and then okay that. Of course, delimited, and then first row contains field names must be checked, and then next. So we want to use group code. Let's see. We want to use group code as a primary key, so which I think has been selected for us here. Okay. Okay, yeah. So we can move to the next, and then finish up, and then close. So we have our start times table here. Okay, so let's go to home, and then the design view here. Let's check the data types and the display formats. So every other field name, they are all in text here except the start time, which has to be in that same format, HH, MM, and SS. So we're going to repeat the same process that we did for race time, I guess. Okay. So we want to go to start time. So the display format has to be as it is here. So you want to click on it. You want to go down to format here. You want to just paste the HHMM and SS here. Okay. Remember to save your changes. And then, of course, you shouldn't mind the NN that changed here. It's still the same thing. Okay. So you can go back and then see that the start time is displaying as required here. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. So the next thing, so from here to here, done. Okay, so place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and the primary key used in the table. Okay, so it's still the same thing. We'll go to design view here. You want to use your snapping tool. Let's just screenshot here, making sure that the primary key is showing. All right, so we copy that and then paste it in our evidence 16 here. Paste that. Okay, so this done, completed number 16. All right, so number 17, import the file j2321 cat codes.csv as a new table in your database. Set all the data types to text. So all the data types have to be text, and then of course we need to set the cat code as a primary key. So the cat code has to be a primary key. Okay, so let's close this and then go to external data. You want to go to data, new data source, and then from file, text file, just the same thing. And then we browse for the file. So we're interested in the cat code. Okay, table, and then we'll open that, okay that, and delimited, and then of course first row contains field names. So you want to go next and next. So remember that we need to use cat code, which is here, as the primary key. Okay, so let's set our primary key as cat code, and then next, and then finish, and then close. Okay, so cat code field, look at it here. We want to be sure that everything is text. All the data types are text. Okay, so which is all we need here. All right. All right. Let me see if there's another thing that's required of us there. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing field names, data types, and primary key used in the table. Okay. So we want to take a screenshot one more time. Let's see. Okay, so take this screenshot right here. And then I'm going to select that, and then in my evidence 17 here, I want to paste it right there. Okay, so that's fine. So let's select everything here. Done. All right, so number 18, create one-to-many relationships as links between the group code field in the start times table and the start code field in the result table. So we are taking a group code in the start time and then dropping it on start code on results table. Okay, So let's first of all, let me close this and then go to database tool and then relationship. What we need uh, cat. We need all of them, as a matter of fact. Let me just put all of them because I think we're going to create that relationship in all of them. So I want to start time, group code, and then of course start code. Okay, am I correct? Yeah, group code in start time. So this is start time here. Group code to start code in the results table. So let's see, start code in the result. Okay, good. So what we want to do here is actually to go to group code, click and drag, and then drop on start code in the results table, and then release. Okay, so you have relationship. So, and I can see it's one to many relationship. So, okay, so that answers that. Okay, so take note here that it has to be one to many. So I'll create that. And then the next one will be the cat code field in the cat codes table and the cat code field in the results table. Okay, so I'll go to cat code and then make sure I carry that cat code here. I want to identify cat code in the results. Where is it? Where is it going up and down? So this cat code here. So I want to make sure that it drops on the cat code on the results table. So I'll release and then I form myself cat code here, which is very correct. And then we can click create, and that is it there. Okay. All right. So that's for that. So the next thing is to place in your evidence document screenshot showing the one-to-many relationships between the three tables. Okay. So what I want to do here, I can actually double click here to see this one-to-many, but you can't really do it in the other one. That's for the start times table. So what I want to do here is to, okay, let me double click again. I want to enforce referential integrity, and then okay, that will give me one-to-many relationship notation there. Okay, so I want to double click again and then enforce this one, and then okay that. So one to many. So this infinity sign here will tell you that it's one to many. Okay. Okay. So this time around, so I can now in some cases this is how you may be able to do that. Okay. So even if you don't put this even if you don't have this if you don't enforce referential integrity, it is still okay. I don't think you're going to lose marks for not doing that. Okay. All right. Good. So what we're going to do here is to take a screenshot finally. Let's see. So we're going to take a screenshot of how this was done. So we've shown everything. So let's take a screenshot. Okay. So it shows the relationship between the tables. So I want to copy that. What number is that? 18. So we're going to go to our evidence. Step 18 evidence. We want to paste that right there, and that serves for that. So that's fine. Yeah. So I will actually highlight that. So everything here done. So the next thing is number 19. The number 19 says, add the following as a new record in the evidence. Add the, sorry, what am I saying? Add the following as a new record in the results table. Okay, so let's go to results table. So let me, in fact, copy the start code first of all. So in your own case, you may have to write this, okay, during the examination. So take note of that. So I'm going to close off all this, save my changes, yes, and then go to the what's it called, the results table. You want to go down to the last record here. Sorry, let me just go down again to the last record. So start code here. So I want to paste. So let's copy everything from the question. And even if you're practicing, please make sure you copy right. Make sure you copy every text there. So last name, let's paste last name there, and then let's see, first name, let's copy that. Race number, want to copy that. Then club name, power cycles, copy that. Cat code C5. Then I have YOB 1992. Then I have race time. So race time has to be in the format, which is okay. So we can paste that right there. And then I have the next one will be fin. I guess finished. Fin. I don't know, event rank. And then catch rank. Okay, so that's about it. So we can save our changes. So let's see the next question. So check your data entry form, sorry, for errors. Data entry for errors and save the data. So we've done that, and then we've saved, and then we can close, right? Okay, so number 19 done. No screenshot required here. So we get that done. Now, number 20. So this is where we're going to create a report. So using fields from the result and start times table. So let's highlight this. Let's make sure that we remember. And start time tables. Produce a tabular report. This is also very important, tabular report. Okay. That selects the records where group code is HC00 and then YOB is 1975 or later. Okay. So let's go. So we're going to do this in steps. So create a query and then we'll now create a report. So of course we know that it has to show only the fields, group code, last name, field name, YOB status, race time, and then event rank in this order. So this in this order is a keyword too, which we have to take note of. With data and labels displayed in full, do not group the data. Okay, so let's take this thing one after another. Okay, so mostly we are going to do this part in the query. Okay, and then the rest when we're creating, so this part we're going to do that in the report when we're creating the reports. Okay, so let me go ahead to actually create a query based on result table and the start times table. Okay, so let's go. So go to create. You want to go to create and then query wizard. Of course, simple query wizard. Okay, that. Now this is so by default it has already chosen the result table, which is what we want. So we can move all fields. So now in this case, I don't want to select the fields one after another. Okay, I don't want to select the field right now. So I'm going to select the fields, the required fields when I'm creating the report. Okay, so I will use all the fields in the result table and all the fields in the start times table. Okay, to create the query. So let me look for start times. So I'm going to use all the fields. So I'm going to move all the fields. Okay, and then next. So I'm going to name this query question. Let me see the question number. I think question 20. So I'm going to name it question 2020 query. So let me do underscore query right there. You can actually give it anything you want, and then I can finish, and then my query is created here. Okay, so let's see. So we want to actually filter this query where the group code is actually HC00 here. Okay, So you want to go to home and then design view. Want to go to design view here. You want to get to group code. Let's see, where's group code here? Is it here? Okay, so let's go to the right. This is group code here. So you want to actually write HC00 at the criteria row of this field column group code. Okay, so I will encourage you, whatever you do, when you filter based on a criteria, you first of all run to be sure that everything is showing pretty well. So the group code here is, they are all HC00, which is very correct. So whatever you do, just run it to be sure that you are getting the expected result before going on to the next ones. Okay, so that is very correct. And then also notice that ASEX will put the speech marks for you here, which is very correct. Okay, so the next one will be YOB, where YOB is 1975 or later. So of course it has to be greater or equals to 1975. That is what this question will require. Okay, so you will go to YOB. Where are you, YOB? Let's see. No, I think it's the other side. Okay, look at it here. So under the criteria YOB, we want to do greater than or equals to 1975. So you want to run that. And then, of course, when you go to YOB, everything has to be within, must be 1975 and above, right? Or later, right? So we can save the changes there. Okay, and then see the next. Okay, so I think for me, I think I'm done with the query. So this is what I do in the query here. I just do only this once in the query, and then the rest I will do them in the report. Okay, all right. So let's close our query. So you're not gonna, I don't think you're gonna get any mark for doing this, really. Not really. So you have to be careful. So we want to create our report now. So we go to create, and then go to report wizard here. Now our interest will be in the query, please. So to create the report, we want to use the query in question 20. Okay, so now this is where you're going to be careful to select the particular fields needed. Okay, in the order, in that order. Okay, so the first field here will be the group code, and then of course we'll have last name and first name. So let's go to group code. Let's make sure that we group code, where are you here? So this is a group code. I'll put it there, and then of course we'll have the last name and first name. Let's see, last name here, and then first name in that order. And then we'll have YOB and status, YOB here, and then we'll have status next. Okay, after status we'll have race time and event rank. Race time here, and event rank. Okay, any other thing with data and labels? Okay, in this order, with data and labels displayed in full, do not group. Okay, so we're not, want to make sure that we don't group this, right? Yeah, so let's move ahead. So sorting, we're going to do sorting later on when we must have created the report. Okay, so I think we've chosen all the fields here actually. Let's see, let me just highlight that. Okay, so the next thing we want to take note of is the has a page orientation of a portrait, and then of course fits on a single page. Okay, so let's see, let's nest this. And then one thing I will tell you here, if you look at this display here, you find out that it is grouped. You don't want that. Okay, so you want to make sure that result table here, it is grouped by result table so that all the fields will show. And I think the reason why this was grouped, access group this, is because group code is just one a single number, which is HC00, I think. Okay, so but you want to make sure that you click on this second one so that the fields will display as shown here by the right. Okay, make sure you the fields are displayed here. So if clicking this will make it to display normal, you will do that. But this is grouped, So you don't want that. So click on the results here to display in this format. Okay, so let's go to the next, and then no grouping here, so everything is displayed normal. If you move any field to the right here, you will see that it groups it. That's not what we want. So you want to click back uh, you know, the other arrow to the left so that no grouping will form here. Okay, all right, so we want to go to the next. Sorting, I will do that in the report. The reason why I do my sorting in the report is if I do the sorting here, it might actually jumble my fields when I create the report, and then I have to start rearranging the fields and all that. So I figured that I don't have to do it here. I can always do it in the report directly. Okay, so next. So for the question, we're going to create a tabular report. So tabular, make sure that the layout is in tabular, and then of course it is orientation. The orientation has to be portrait. Okay, so which we need to make sure that the orientation is in portrait form. Now I will show you guys something. So if you actually not if you allow this to be like this by clicking it and then grouping it like this, if you go next, if you come to this point, you see that layout will start asking you to choose stepped or block or outline, so which is not what you want. So that's why you want to make sure that the grouping is normal here by results table. Okay, so just want to point that out. So here, okay, portrait and then fit on a single page. So you want to check this. Yes, so fit on a single page. So that is taken care of by virtue of checking this down here. So we want to nest it, and then here I want to give it a name. Question 20 report, question 20 report underscore report. Okay, so I just want to give it suggestive name so that I can remember what it is. Okay, so you want to finish your report here. So one thing you have to notice is that your report will not show pretty well. So in your design, your print preview, you find out that the fields are not showing pretty well. So one of the things you have to do first of all, before any other thing, is to go to your layout view. So when you're on layout view, so let me just close this field listing. When you're on layout view, you want to make sure that every data is shown. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this case is to click on this group code and then hold down my control key and click on the details. Okay, so you want to rearrange them. So I want to actually move this to the left and then click on last name again, hold down my control key just like that. Okay, and then keep moving them so that all the fields will be showing. So as you do that, you have to check that there's no overlapping of your detail or field names, right? So let me just decrease this one a bit and then click on first name and then hold on my control key again and then on the details. So just arrange them in this order. So YOB, hold on my control key again. Sorry, YOB, hold on my control key, details, and then just like that. Okay. So I think it's showing well now. So let me just do that same thing here. Okay, click on this one, I think first time, then hold down control key on the details and then move it to the left so that the rest, let's see. So here, let me click on this one just to make sure it shows. So we need to arrange all our fields and data to make sure that everything is showing. So here, everything is showing pretty well here. So I'm good. So I can go ahead to do the rest of the question. So let's see. So the next thing is to sort the data into ascending order of YB. So ascending means from smallest to highest. So let's remember that, or A on top, something like that. So let's sort the data by YOB as sorry, descending. Did I say ascending? Descending, please. This is descending. So descending will be from highest to lowest actually. The largest to smallest. That will be this descending. So we're going to sort the YOB in the order of what? Descending. So let's go. So let me go to report layout design here. I'm interested in group and sort tab here. So I want to actually click on add a sort. I want to add a sort, and that sort has to be based on YOB. Okay, so it has to be descending, please, descending. So from highest to largest to smallest. So you want to check from here. You want to click this arrow down here, and then from largest, you want to make sure you choose from largest to smallest for the YOB. Okay, so if you look at the YOB field here, you will see that it is from largest to smallest. So the last is 1975 here, and then the first will be 2005. Okay, now one thing I want to tell you is if you click on this delete here, that will actually delete your sorting. Okay, that would remove your sorting level, so you don't want to click there. So for us to remove this sorting interface here, you want to click on this particular to close grouping dialog box here. Okay, so I will just click on it and then let it go. So let's be careful with how what we do, which one we click. So the other one is, this one is to remove the sort, this one is to remove the sort level, and this one is just to simply to close the grouping dialog box, so which is what I want to click. So you have to be careful there. So let me just click it and then remove that. All right, so I'd already grouped this, so let me just remove this, select that. So includes only the title, scratch, category, outcome. So let me just select that. Let me copy that. Displayed in a large font size, fully visible at the top of the page. Okay, so I want to go back to my design view. So you want to go to the title heading here. So you want to actually paste it here. You want to paste scratch category, outcome. So you want to click inside. You want to make sure that everything is showing. Okay, so everything is showing here. So let me just select it. Let me increase the font a bit. Let me go to format, and then let me increase the font to, let's say, 24, something like that. 24 is okay. So I want to use my arrow key just to move the title up a notch. Okay, so you want to also adjust the label so that it will be able to show the text in it very well. Okay, so that's that. So we've been able to answer this one. Okay, so calculate the number of database records shown in this report and places this at the end of the report, fully visible and then formatted to 0 decimal places. Okay, so we're going to format this to 0 decimal places. So for us to calculate the number of database record is very simple. We can always do it at anywhere. So, but you want to be in your layout. So I can just do it right anywhere. Just click here and then right click. So you want to go to total here. So our interest will be to count the records, count records. So we click on that, and that will show below the table here. Okay, so which is 32. So that is what they want us to do. You can do it on any one of them. Okay, so of course it has to be formatted to 0 decimal places, and I think it's already in 0 decimal places. So, but if your own for some reason is not in 0 decimal places, so you want to click on it, okay, and then go to report layout design, and then from there you want to go to property sheet, and then go to format here. So you can see format here. You can click on format. Sorry, not format. Sorry, about decimal places. Sorry, and then of course make it 0 decimal places. Okay, and that will take care of that. Okay, so that's for this. Okay, selected. So the next one will be has the label number of cyclists. So let me just copy that label right there. So of course in your own case you have to write has the label number of cyclists fully visible to the left of this value. So the value that 32, the record database records count. we want to make sure that value, the text is by the left hand side. So let me just reduce this a little bit. So you want to right click on it, you want to set caption, and then you want to actually, this will appear, the place, this label will appear, and then you want to paste your count, number of cyclist text here. Okay, so see that it is not showing pretty well, so I want to just arrange it, adjust it a little bit, and then of course adjust this side a little bit, so and see that everything is showing. So if I go to my report view, let's see, everything is showing pretty well, so I'm good with that. Okay, so this is it here. So I'll highlight that. So the next one will be, has your name, center number, and candidate number on the report. Okay, so I'll just go to report, design view. I want to have my name, so I can actually remove all this. I don't think the question demands I will have any number here, so I'm going to remove this, and then of course the time, I'm going to remove that. So I want to have a label right there. So let me have a label at the page footer here, and then have my name. My name is Ikichuku Anolefo. Okay, comma. I want to have my center number NG156, and then my candidate number 0004. Okay, so and then yeah, go to report view and then go down and then see that my name is showing there. Now if you have a couple of if you have maybe 2 pages or 3 pages, so this is actually a page. So if your name is not showing down here, so you want to go to print preview, and then that will show you how your printout will be, and then that will show you holistically where your name will fall. Okay, so let me close that. Let's see the next thing. So this done. So place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the database formula used to calculate the number of cyclists. Okay, so let's see. So this is, so which is the number of cyclists, which is the 32 that we have down here. So let's go to our design view once more, and then down here at the report footer, you can see where our formula is. So what I want to do is actually, so let me just make everything show here. So this is what I used. So I can actually use my snapping tool and then just copy this and then paste it in evidence. What evidence is this? This is number 20, evidence 20, my evidence 20, and just paste it right there. Okay, so that's what is needed. So of course there's so many other ways to do that actually, but this is how I choose to do mine. All right, let me see, report view. So everything is showing pretty well. I don't really like the title here because this Y is encroaching a little bit down here. So I will go down to design view one more time, and then I want to merge the title. So let me just move down this page header a bit down just for everything. I just want to make sure that everything is showing. Let me just move this a little further down. Has it gone down a little bit? Okay, so let me just use the arrow key just down a notch, and then see, let me see the report view. Okay, so everything is showing pretty well, so I think I'm good with that. Okay, all right, so let's see what the next question says. Okay, actually save and print your report. Okay, so let me just select everything here. That's it here. Let's see. So let's go to reports, and then what you want, we want to go to file and then print preview. So this is how your printout is going to look like. Okay, so everything is showing pretty well. Your name is there on the printout. So, and of course the title, everything is placed well. Okay, so that's it. So you can go to, you can just do go to print. So congrats for doing this. And then of course, if you have any addition, anything that you think we missed, you can leave a comment down below for this one. Okay, so let's close this. Everything done here. Save our changes, and that's it. So let's go to page, number 21. Using fields from the results. Okay, so let's also highlight that from the result, and then cut field or cat table, sorry. Produce a tabular report, tabular, very a keyword, tabular report that selects the records where club name includes the text power. Okay, and then of course status does not include DNF or DNS. Okay, so first of all, let's create another query based on result table and cat table. Okay, so in my own case, I like to create the query based on all the fields in both tables. Okay, so in my report, I will now do the rest. Okay, of course, in our query contains a new field called time per kilometer. So we're going to do some runtime calculation here, of course. Okay, so but let's take it one after another. Let's go and create our query first of all based on result and cat code. So I want to go to create. I want to go to query wizard, a simple query. So I want to move all the data for the results, result table here. So, and the next one will be the cat code. Let me select the cat code and then move all the fields to the right. Okay, and then next. So I want to give this question 21, I guess. Yeah, question 21 underscore query. Okay, so I don't think so that's it here. We want to finish. That's how to create the query, and then we can filter the query now based on the given criteria. Okay, so the next, so let's go to the design view so we can filter now. Okay, so the filter we're going to use is where club name includes the text power. Okay, so one thing I want to point out here is the wildcard. We're going to use wildcard to do this, and there's so many ways we can use wildcard. So this one says that includes. So includes here. Let's see. So include means that you're going to have for include. Whenever you see include power, include the text power, it means that you're going to write asterisk. So asterisk will tell you that whatever text or words that come before power, right, and any other thing after power, okay, as long as that text or the word contains power, it should display. Okay, so that is for include. Okay, so the asterisk will tell you whatever that comes before and after. Okay, so in some cases you're going to have something like end with power, right? Ends with power, something like that. Okay, so you're still going to use a wildcard. Ends with power means that anything that comes, so is you have asterisk and then power. Anything that comes before power and then will display, and then power will be the last, right? So that's what the asterisk means. And then you can have I think begins or starts with power. Okay, so you can have power, so power and any other thing. So any other thing which is denoted by the asterisk. And then I think you can have not contain the word or something like that, or the letter, something like that. So not contain or something like that. So you can use either something like this, not power, or you can use something like so let me just remove. Okay, let me just remove this one. You can use this sign to determine not power, something like that. So these are various forms of wildcard. But in this case, the question says that we should include. Sorry, let me just remove this. We should include the text power. So we're going to use this first one here. Okay, we're going to use this first one here. Okay, all right. So let's go back to our query. So let me just copy the power right there, and then just for convenience sake, so we want to go under the club name. Club name, where are you? Let's see. Let's go to the right and look for club name. Okay, club name is here actually. Okay, club name, under the criteria, you want to have asterisk, then power, and then asterisk. So anything that contains power under club field will be displayed. Okay, so first of all, it's always good to run first of all before you go on to the next criteria. So you want to go under the club name. You see that all records here will always contain power. Okay, so if you check here in team super powered rulers, you see that also power appears in this word. Okay, so that's the power of wildcard. So the same thing here, even in empowerment, you see that power appears within the word empowerment. So that is what a wildcard will do for us. Okay, all right. So that's for that. The next one will be status does not include DNF or DNS. Okay, so we want to copy this now. This is where you need to be very careful because this is a very, very sensitive question, right? Now, normally you can actually go to the first thing you may want to do is just go to status column. So let's go to status now. Under status, okay, design view. Under status, you want to actually add so you see that the question says status does not include NF or does not include DNF or DNS, right? So what you want to do, normally you might just do not, and then, sorry, what am I doing? You might just do, let me just paste, I wanted to paste that and then I clicked on Control N, that's why. So you want to do this and then expect your results to show, and then you expect DNF and DNS not to appear. So let's see that. From status, where's status here? You find out that DNS is still appearing here. Okay, so what you want to do right here, and I think the next thing that you might want to do is to also put not here, something like that, and then also run it to see, and they see that DNS is also appearing. Okay, so this is a very dicey situation. DNS is appearing, DNF is also appearing. So to answer this question, to make sure that they don't really appear in that result, you want to use the and. You want to use the and instead of or. So let's use the and keyword here instead of or, and then okay that, and then run it, and then see that none, no DNF or DNS is shown. So that is the keyword to use. So a lot of students made a lot of a lot of mistakes during this exam, and then this is what you do. So another way you can do this is actually the using not equals to, like something like this, and then of course removing this not here, and then using not equals to. This will still give you the same result, about 45 records, and then of course the status here will still be fin, and then no DNF or DNS. Okay, so let's take note of that. That's a very, very important aspect of this paper. Okay, so remember that we use the and keyword here. All right. Okay, so that's for that. So I think okay. So the next thing is to do the runtime calculation. So we are done with this. We're done with this part. So the next thing is to do the runtime calculation, where contains a new field called time per km per kilometer. So let me just copy that, which is calculated at runtime. This field will calculate the race time divided by the race distance of 50 kilometers. Format this field to display time as HHMM. Okay, so that's what we already know. So you want to just go to the last field, empty field here. So you want to click right there. You want to go to builder. So, and then we are calculating race time divided by 50 actually. Okay, divided by race distance of 50, right? So I want to go to race time here. Can I find race time down here? Yeah, this is race time. I want to double click and then it goes down, it goes up here. So I want to /, you want to press /, and then of course divide by 50, and then you can okay that. So see that the formula is down here for you. Okay, so you want to remove this expression 1, because if you run it, expression 1 will be the field name, so don't want that. So the field name should be, so let me paste it because I already copied it. It should be times per kilometer. Okay, so you need to be careful not to remove this column here. Very, very important. This column is quite important. If you remove it, then you mess up your work. Okay, now I don't want to run this yet. I don't want to run this yet because I need to set the formatting. I need to set the display format to HH, MM, and SS. Okay, here. So I'll copy that for convenience sake, and then go down here. So you want to click. You want to make sure that you click on this field, on this runtime field. You want to go to property sheet down here. So what you want to do, you want to go to format here. So there's long time here. I don't want that. So I want to just paste my. You want to paste your or write your format here. HH colon MM colon SS. So you have to type it exactly the way it is. Now, when you finish it here, you want to make sure you save your changes first of all. Make sure you save your changes, okay, before you run it. If you don't save your changes, you might, I don't know, you might get some kind of error or something like that. So make sure you save it. And of course, this changes to NN, which is fine. Okay, so you can run it. And then let's go to the far right and see that our runtime field is there with the right display format. Okay, so everything is correct. Okay, so the runtime calculation done. Okay, so the next one will be this to select only the fields, race, field name, so on and so forth in this order. So in this order, let's be careful with this order. Okay, so I like to do this in the report. Okay, with data and labels displayed in full, do not group the data. Okay, so everything in the query has been done. So we can close our query and then go ahead to create. Okay, so let me save my changes. Let's go ahead to create the report, and then that's where we're going to select the specific fields. Okay, so I want to go to create. I want to go to report wizard here. We are interested actually in the question 21 query, please. Okay, make sure you are selecting the right query for the report. Okay, now question 21 query. All right, so we are going to select the fields in that order. So the first one will be the race number, first name and last name. So race number, first name here, and last name, first name, last name, catch rank, and club name. Okay, catch rank, where are you? Catch rank here, and then we'll have club name here. Category and status. Category here, and then we'll have status here. After status, we have time per kilometer and then race time. Okay, race time per kilometer. Let's see, time per kilometer, and I think race time here. Okay, so in this order, right? So everything here we've selected, and then want to make sure that there's no grouping. So let's go to next. Let's nest it and see. Nest. So of course no grouping. So everything is showing pretty well. So make sure that your fields are displayed well, and make sure that result is the selected here. So you don't want to click on cards field here. I mean the card table. So click on result table here for your whole field to show as shown here. So you want to nest. We don't want grouping. We are okay with what we have here. I don't want to sort. I think there's a sorting here. So sorting here, I don't sort here. So let's sort in the report just like we did in the question 20. Okay. So by my own assessment, I think we're done with this one. So let's keep going. Okay. So I will nest it, and then of course make sure that it's in tabular. Okay, it's in tabular, and then of course let's see the orientation. Let's see where there's okay. So fit on a single page. Okay, so this fit on a single page, of course, by clicking on this checkbox here, adjust the field width so all fields fit on a page. So when you click it, you must check it for your fields to fit on a single page, right? And then of course, let's see, has a page orientation of landscape. Okay, so you want to make sure that landscape is chosen here. So everything has been done here. Okay, tabular, landscape, everything. Okay, so I'm going to give the name as question 21 underscore report, just for me to remember. Okay, and then I'm going to preview. Okay, oh sorry, let's open that again. So as you can see, your data is not pretty much showing very well. So that's the first thing that you may have to do. So we're going to go to layout view. Let me close this. So we need to actually arrange our data in such a way that every field is shown. So I want to click on first name. Hold on my control key and click on the details. So I want to move this to the right a bit, just to create space for that race number. So I want to click and then hold on my control key again and then adjust this. I want to be sure that everything is showing. So I want to click on the detail only and then move it so that just for it to be at the middle somehow. So this, I'll click and then hold on my control key on the details. So let me just arrange this. So I'm going to click on the detail one more time and then I just move it to the left a bit just for it to align to the middle here. Yeah. So category, I need to arrange the category to the right a bit just to give space for club name. Club name, I think I need to adjust it too, just to be able to show all data. Okay, so I think everything's showing. So make sure you check everything to be sure that everything shows. Okay. Okay, so this one is okay. So I want to click on status and then hold down my control key, fin, and then move it to the left a bit to be able to create space for this one. Click. Guys, just give me some minutes. Okay, sorry guys. I was distracted a bit. Okay, so but we're good now. So let's continue, please. Um, so here we want to click here, and then of course hold down our control key, and then of course so arrange everything to show here. Let's see. Time per kilometer is showing, and then of course we also arrange this. Let's bring this to the left a bit and make sure that all data is showing. So by my own assessment, everything is showing pretty well. So I'm good with this. Okay. So we can move ahead to answer the rest of the question. Let's see. So here we need to sort now. So we want to sort the data into ascending. Ascending means from A to A on top, right? From smallest to largest, right? So we want to um, sort the data into ascending order of what? Club name, and then ascending order of what? Cat rank. Okay, so let's first of all let's go down to make sure that you are in a layout view. Okay, and then so you want to go to, so when you are on report layout design here, you want to click on group and sort. Okay, so let's add the sort. So the level that we're going to use will be the club name ascending from A to A on top. Actually, that's smallest to largest, something like that, ascending. Okay, so club name, so you want to actually select club name here, club name, and then you want to make sure that A is on top here. Okay, A is on top with A on top. Okay, so that will give you ascending. So if you go down here to see the club name, you find out that it's from E to P to T, so it's in ascending order. Okay, so the next level will be still be ascending order of cat rank. So you want to add another sort level, and then click and then go to cat rank. Where's cat rank here? Yeah, this is cat rank. Cat rank has to be also from smallest to largest. Okay, this time around from smallest to largest. Okay, which will be still ascending. Okay, which will still be ascending by cat rank. Okay, so we're very correct here. Okay, now as I said before, when you finish, don't click on this. So unless you want to delete the sort level, okay, that's how you can do that. So if you click on this delete, then that will remove the first sort level. Okay, we don't want that, so we just want to close the dialog box. So you have to click on this one. Okay, so let me just click on that and then we'll close that. All right. Okay. So the sorting is done here. The sorting is done, and then the next one will be includes only the title Power Club result displayed in a large font size, fully visible at the top of the page. Okay, so you want to select this. Sorry, let me just select this and then copy that and then go to my design view. So this time around you want to go to design view and then go up here. You want to paste the text here and then you want to, okay, so let's increase it by, let's say 24. Let me go to format and then increase it to 24 and then ensure that the label is showing very well. And then let me just take it up a notch just to make sure everything is showing well. All right, so that's for that. So this is for this. Okay, so has your name, center number, and candidate number in the footer of the report, so it appears in the same position on every page. Now this part is very important. Okay, so you want it to appear, you want your name, center number, and candidate number to appear on every page. Okay, so I want to show us something. If you come here, this place is for the page footer, and this one is report footer. So if you drag this report footer down, it's going to create a space here for you. Now I want to tell you something. Let's assume if I put my name, report design here, if I put my name here in the report footer here, okay, so let me put, let's say my name, let me just put my name only, so just for illustration's sake. Okay, and level, right? Remember that our report has 2 pages actually. So if I go to report design, sorry, if I go to print preview actually, okay, print preview, you find out that in the first page, my name will not appear at the bottom. So that's for report footer. So you find out that whatever you put in the report footer, it will show at the last page. So if we have about 50 or 20 pages of this report, your name and your center number or whatever is going to show at the last page if you put your information or your details in the report footer. So you don't want to put it here. If you want it to appear on every page, you want to actually, so let me just delete this and then close this up, the report footer up. So you want to have your name and center number. Let me remove this because the question never demanded us to have that. So you want to make sure that your report is in the page footer. I mean, your details is in the page footer. So if I go here and add a label here, and then have my name, Ikechukwu Anolefo, sorry, Anolefo, comma, and then have NG156, comma, and then 0004. Now, if I add my details here, okay, and then I go back to, let's say, print preview, you find out that on page 1, my name is at the bottom here, and then on page 2, my name is on the bottom here. So even if you have 50 pages, my name will always show on every printout. So let's take note of that, and that's exactly what the question says here, that we should add our name, center number, and candidate number in the footer of the report. Okay, so make sure you put your name on the always put your name on the page footer, okay, in the report. So that will that will ensure that your name appears on every page. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, all right. So I think that's it. That's it. So we've done this. We've done this now. So I don't think we're in the question. It never indicated whether we should remove the time or the page number. So for the page number, I'm just going to leave it. Let me just leave the page number. It doesn't, I don't think you're going to lose mark for actually having it there or removing it, whichever one, unless the question indicates that you should leave it, then you do that, or the question indicates that you should remove it. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it. All right. Okay, so that's it. So the next one will be place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the database search criteria used to select the records where status does not include DNF or DNS. Aha. As you can see, I think the examiners, they were intentional about this method of questioning. Okay, so if I that they say that we should get the evidence of this, you know, database search criteria. Okay. Okay, so, and I guess probably they know that a lot of students are going to be confused about this. So what we want to do, you want to go to question 21 query, you want to go to the design view, and then of course take a screenshot of that. Okay, let's see. So take this screenshot here, then let's copy that, and then we want to paste it in our evidence 21, and then paste it right there. And that's exactly what is needed. Okay, all right. So what's the next thing here? The next thing is to save and print your report. So this done. Okay. Okay. So I think everything is done. Okay, so let's close our query here. So this is our report. So you want to save your report, save the changes. You want to go to print preview here and then see that your report is actually showing pretty well. Okay, so I think that's about it for this. So if you have any addition, leave a comment down below, okay? And of course, don't forget to like the video too, and then share the video, and obviously subscribe if you have not subscribed, okay? So the next page is this one, and I think our name, our details are showing at the bottom, so everything is showing pretty well. All right, so any other thing? Nada. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to handle the presentation part of this, all right? So I think that's about it. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.